Okay, we are officially starting our group chat today. And in this one, we've had some people are struggling a little bit with Craigslist. So we're going to get right into some Craigslist accounts and see if we can fix these problems and help get the ads to stick because some people said that they're having a hard time with their ads getting flagged and things of that nature. We had a lot of people request that this week. So we're going to go ahead and see what we can do to get your ads to stick. We're going to go over some business mindset because I think that's extremely, extremely important. And then we'll do some general question and answer and things like that. I also want to show you guys how to upsell people and make the most use out of every customer, all right? So let's start off really quick with some mindset stuff because this is where it all starts from, all right? So first off, guys, what are the two most important things if you want to make money in this business? Lots and lots of money, fistfuls of cash, right? Who wants to do over 20? We're at like 22,000 for the month on eBay, and we listed $7,000 in phone savings, so we still have plenty. Who wants to hit those type of numbers, right? What's the two most important things that you need in order to get that? Leads and sales. Good job, guys. Yep, generating leads and closing deals. That's it. That's all you need. You need phone calls, and you need to be able to close those phone calls. That's all. So the problem is a lot of business owners complicate their business a lot more, right? So they instead of working on getting calls and closing, they're working on all kinds of little tiny minor things that aren't really that important, right? Like, for example, trying to unlock a phone to get an extra $5 or $10 out of something, or just all these like little funny things, or worrying about the news, worrying about what's going to happen to the industry, right? The only thing I care about, how many phone calls I get today, how many leads I close. How many phone calls I get, how many leads I close. I don't care about anything else. I could care less, right? I don't care what the CEO of Apple is doing. I don't care what Sprint is doing. I don't care about Verizon. I don't care about any of that stuff, right? I don't care about Donald Trump. I don't care. All I care about is how much money I'm going to make today, how many leads I'm going to get, how many sales, right? Everybody type it in. What's the two most important things you need? Everybody type it in the chat. Let me hear you. Leads and what? And sales. Leads and closing people, right? That's the only thing we should be focused on, right? Now, I see some of the course members here, and I'm friends with a lot of you guys in social media, and I see some of you guys are not focused on leads and sales. You're focused on Trump. You're focused on your friends' negativity. You're focused on what's going on. I don't know what there's some weird stuff I see being focused on, right? But it's not leads and sales, right? So if you want to make big money in this business, you know something you guys all know, Aaron Goldstein, my top student, he's the coach for the Next Level Phone Flipping. Aaron Goldstein is focused on leads and closing. That's all Aaron cares about. You won't see Aaron talking about Trump. You won't see Aaron talking about other people. You won't see him wasting his time. He's always posting about flipping phones, buying stuff, selling on eBay. That's what Aaron is always focused on, guys. Eric says that's Aaron's whole life. Dude is laser focused. Yeah, I mean, he does between $35,000 to $40,000 a month, right? He eats, sleeps, and breathes, buying and selling phones. So, we can all learn from that. If you who here is doing over $10,000 a month right now? And this is not me. Larry says me. Good job, Larry. Excellent. Alexander is there. Yes. Eric is. Yes. Good. Wally's close. Megan. Okay. Good job, guys. Johnny says I'm doing 0. Justice says me. Chris, not anymore. Taven, halfway. All right. So if you want to get to over 10,000 a month, we need to get focused back on the leads and back on the closing. All right. And drop everything else that's going on in your life right now. Now, how do we get more leads? All right. First off, how do we get more leads? We got to post more ads. Right? So that means we got to post more Craigslist ads. We got to post more Facebook group posts, right? How do we get more sales? We got to get better on a phone. We got to learn how to negotiate, okay? If you're not learning how to go, and in order to negotiate, we got to learn how to what? What's the number one thing to negotiating? What's the number one thing? Learning how to appraise, right? 80% of negotiating is making the correct offer and then knowing how much to offer, and then knowing how much you're going to be able to sell for, so you can be confident, right? The rest is your communication skills and your negotiation skills. By the way, quick tip I learned from a guy who just sold his company for $100 million. I was if you guys didn't see my social media post, I was just in Phoenix, Arizona, and I was training for 3 days at a mansion. It was a $12 million mansion in Scottsdale, Arizona. Absolutely beautiful, amazing. If you haven't seen it, check it out on my Facebook profile. It's pretty incredible. But the guy that was training us there, there was only about 10 or 12 of us at this mastermind, so it's pretty intimate setting. This guy sold his company for $100 million. He created one of the most successful entrepreneur training seminars in the world. And his thing was negotiation. He said that, if you can negotiate, you can get pretty much anything you want. And his favorite line, he said, was, what's the least you'd be willing to live with? What's the least you'd be willing to live with? That's what he said all the time. So when you're negotiating and someone says, I'd like to get $200 for my phone. You can use my or my stinky face. I'm not sure if I'd be able to do 200. What's the least you'd be able to be willing to live with? Now, I personally haven't used that line, but I've used a lot of lines like that. But I thought it was amazing, and I thought it was a great line that you guys might want to try out if you're negotiating. What's the least you'd be willing to live with? And then shut the hell up. Don't say anything after you ask that, right? Say, what's the least you'd be willing to live with? Look right at him, smile, and shut the hell up. Don't say anything, because you know what happens if you say something after you say that? What happens if you talk after you ask? Eric says, haha, that awkward pause. You lose, right? You lose. Whoever talks first in the negotiation process loses. So if you say something like, what's the least you'd be willing to live with? And you say, then after, well, because I might be willing to do more. What do you think it is? I could pay a little bit extra. It is crack. You're talking yourself out of the sale in that situation. All right. Who learned something here? Anybody? Was that helpful to you guys a little bit? Some of the mindset, right? So what's the two things we need? Two things we need. What are we all going to focus on just this week, all day? Leads and sales. Leads and sales. You're just going to be like Pac-Man, waking up in the morning, chomping on leads and sales. Like that's all your mindset is leads and sales. All right. So now how do we get more leads? We got to post some more ads. So let's get into the ads part. Let's get into Craigslist ads, because now the more ads we post, and not only the more ads, but the most effective ads that we post, the more calls we're going to get. So let's work on creating some good effective ads. And let's start off with Rick. Rick was having Rick is a new course member and was having some struggles with his Craigslist ads. So Rick, if you could unmute yourself and come on and share your screen, let's dive into your account and see what we can do to fix it.
Absolutely.
How you doing, Rick? I could kind of hear you, but it seems very quiet.
All right, sorry about that.
There we go. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how to share. Just share desktop. And
so yeah, if you go to there you go. You got it. Perfect. All right. So let's take a look. Oh boy. Oh.
Now this is my old one. So this is the one I've had for years and years, and it's got some old bad stuff in there, but they're still sticking. So I just keep renewing them.
Okay.
The one at the very top is like one of the freshest ones I tried to cater based off of watching the main videos you pointed me to like 3 or 4 times. Yeah. Still got nailed today. And I'm just like, good God, man.
Okay. Someone says stealing all your ads now. No, do not steal these ads. I'm just warning you guys.
I've only got a few.
No offense, Chris. Okay. These are not good ads. I'm sorry, guys. Don't. Someone says laugh aloud. Just trolling. Oh, he was being sarcastic. All right.
Yeah, the ones that are sticking aren't going to be good, according to Dave. But they're sticking, so I'm leaving with them right now. And I'm just trying to get better and better.
Yeah, and again, don't take any of this personally. I just want to be as honest with you as possible, so we can help you and get these ads to stick. Because I'm seeing multiple problems that are hurting your account and definitely going to create a lot of problems for you on Craigslist. So let's go over I've got a laundry list right here that we can go over. Let's figure out, first off, everybody type in the chat, what's the number one thing you see? Let's see what you guys think. Kevin says too much going on, sounds like amateur. Wee says keyword spamming, keep going. Eric says same title for everything. Richard says spam, same ads, multiple ads in wanted. Looks spamish like my ads. Johnny says. Eric says too much in the wanted section.
Those are the only ones that stick.
Yeah. So, all right. First off, the wanted section, it's good that you got them to stick, but here's the pattern I'm seeing here. Let me just break down, because you guys were right. A lot of these things, definitely keyword spammy. The titles look very amateurish. Multiple ads on one account, which is going to hurt. So you got 3 ads in wanted by owner, right? Nobody's going to call those ads. So even if they stick, to be honest with you, Rick, you won't get any calls from them. It just looks like garbage. Like see the iPhone 7, iPhone 8, iPhone X. Right. Be honest with me. Would you click that ad if you were just browsing Craigslist? Does that ad intrigue you?
No.
Do you even know what that means?
No, I think it's just got kind of what I was originally, because that's from like over a month ago, wanting to grab like that keyword search kind of concept.
Right. Like, so if you want like brownie points to get 50 Craigslist ads, I guess it might work for your ego, but it's certainly not going to get you any phones. So guys, remember, we want to get 50 Craigslist ads, but we don't want 50 Craigslist ads that don't do anything for us. We want 50 quality ads that people actually call on. Does this make sense, guys? It's got to be 50 effective ads, not 50 just general ads like that. So nobody's calling any of that stuff. That need cash today. What do we see with the problem with that one? What do you think is the issue with that, Rick?
It sounds desperate.
Need cash today. So you have 3 question marks there, right? Which is you've got too much symbols. Now, if you want to do one, you want to, guys, subtlety is the key with advertising, right? Subtlety. You don't. Let's say if you're let's say at a bar, right, and you see a good-looking girl, and you want to ask her if you could buy her a drink or something like that. You want to talk to her. You don't go up to her and go, "Hey, how's it going? Hi," and you don't like get all excited and run after her or something like that, because you're going to scare the living hell out of her, right? You don't come off crazy. You're just like, "Hi, how are you?" You just talk like a normal person. So your ads, guys, should be conversational like you're a normal person. Okay. Now, if you were going to go talk to that girl in the bar and say hi, it's okay if you use a little bit of energy and you said something nice to her, something like, "Hey, how are you today?" And you threw in a little thing. "Oh, that's a cool little drink you got." One little thing that separates you from everybody else. That's okay, right? But it's not okay to scream and shove your stuff in people's faces. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a good analogy or not, but did that make sense to everybody, guys? So when we're in advertising, you want to keep the ads like we're talking to a normal person, right? So this one says, "I buy iPhone X, iPhone 8, iPhone 7. Now, would anybody click that ad, you guys think? Is anybody clicking that ad? I buy iPhone, this third one down? No, nobody's clicking that. Nobody's clicking it. Why? Because there's no space between the iPhone X, the iPhone 8. Just because it sticks, it doesn't mean they're going to call. So if you shove it all in there, it's not going to work for you. Let's see why these got flagged. So let's look at the top one here. So you posted in cell phones by owner. What's the #1 category to get flagged on Craigslist? Does anybody know, guys? The number one section that you'll get flagged on Craigslist. What's the section? Cell phones. Cell phones. Everybody type it in. Guys, remember, when we participate, we get results, right? So the more you participate, the better chances that you're going to have success. So everybody type in as we're asking these questions. Now, you might be saying, "I know this stuff already," but that's okay. You have permission to say, "I know this," if you're at 10,000 a month or more. If you're not, then you should be participating with everybody else. And if you are doing over 10,000, you should be participating, because the more you help others, the more it reaffirms your success and helps you. All right. So cell phones is the #1 category in order to get flagged. So that's probably why that got flagged. Also, is a very spammy, not a good quality title, and it's something that Craigslist would catch immediately. Let's click on that, Rick, and see what the body of that ad looks like.
Okay.
You got to go to display.
Oh.
Yep, there you go. Okay.
So this is like the one I put in the group earlier that I felt like was kind of abiding by the rules, other than obviously the wrong group.
This certainly was not abiding by the rules by any means.
No, okay.
No. This was like going into church and trying to sell everybody a vacuum cleaner while the priest was doing a sermon. That's what this ad is. And you might wonder, well, why is that? Okay, I'll tell you why. All right. Because you're posting in a section, cell phones. What is the purpose of the cell phone section?
Yeah, to sell them.
To sell cell phones, right? And what are you trying to do here?
Buy them. Right?
Not only are you trying to buy them, how are you trying to buy them? How does your ad sound? Are you doing it subtly at all?
No, I mean, no, but I'm doing exactly what some suggestions have been made from some of the videos. So I don't know really where it's too off, other than for sure the wrong column. But so how can I be more subtle but still be effective?
I think you might want to just watch the videos a few more times, but I'll break it down to you, because I think so. You got to remember the minor details is where this is. All right. Okay. So it might look to you like your ad is like in the videos, but it's not even close. And I'll break it down for you so you understand why. So first of all, your text here, it says, "If you're not sure if your phone is worth anything, don't worry. I give you a fast and easy quote. My cash for your new and used phones." How does that sound to people?
Obviously, I don't know. Otherwise, I wouldn't have put it there. So I don't know. How does it sound?
Kevin says demanding, right? So that's why I said it sounds like you're going to church and you're going to sell everybody a vacuum while the sermon's going on. Hey, excuse me, everybody. I know we have church going on here, but I've got this wonderful Kirby vacuum cleaner right here, and you can get it right now for only $99.95, right? Like, you're not doing anything illegal. You're not doing anything crazy, but nobody's probably going to like you too much after that, right? So it sounds like kind of when you're saying my cash for your new or used phones, my cash for it, it's almost sounding somewhat like arrogant, if that makes sense, right? Like almost like you're talking down to the person. And what's when people are selling us an item, what type of position are those people in?
They're usually in a desperate position.
Yeah, they're usually struggling. They're having a hard time, right? We're not getting a bunch of rich people selling us phones, correct? Usually, we're getting people that are coming from the worst, not the best neighborhoods, or they need food or they need diapers for the kids. So when you talk to them, you say, my cash for your new or used phones, how does that make them feel?
Sure. No, I get that. Yeah. It's like talking down to them.
Yeah. So guys, people make a lot of decisions based on how they feel, not logic, right? So, for example, have you ever seen someone that didn't have money to eat, but yet they still bought themselves a pack of cigarettes?
Sure.
People aren't logical; they're emotional. So, when we don't want to go against these brain triggers that make people make decisions in buying, or we're going to lose as a business person. Is this coming a little bit clear to you, Rick? Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah. So it's really in the verbiage is where you're saying this one's really off. Obviously the wrong category altogether, and then just the verbiage I chose to try to communicate to them. I tried to add more content like you had told me earlier, but it's still in the just the taste in which I'm using with the content.
Plus, when you say cash for phones like that, right? How does that look to someone that's just kind of browsing?
I don't know.
Does that look professional?
I guess different verbiage could. I buy smartphones is more professional than cash for phones.
Well, let's say you're going by an ice cream shop, right? Like I usually have this special ice cream I eat every day. So I go to the ice cream shop, and what if we said we have cones and had like a picture of a cone?
Right.
Would we probably go to that ice cream place?
Sure. No, I get it. Yeah.
Probably not, right? But if they said ice cream, 46 flavors. Okay, well, that's professional. Oh, 46 flavors. They have some variety. That sounds like a cool ice cream shop, right? Okay. Or low-calorie ice cream, some kind of benefit, but see, it's very subtle. So that all the details, guys, are very subtle that cause you to not get calls or get calls. So you have to pay attention to these little details. The details is where all the money is made.
So even in the title and in the little like Canva ad that you make too, like
100%. 100%, and everything's got to be congruent too, right? So if one part of your ad, like, it sticks out like a sore thumb, and is not relevant to where you're posting the ad, then that's gonna fight against the results, right? So this right here, you're posting again. It's a big red border, and it's good. So you might think, oh, good, everybody's gonna see my ad. But if everybody's annoyed by your ad because you're in a place where you shouldn't be, does that work with you or against you?
Yeah, definitely against.
Right? So if you're going to post in a section where people are trying to sell their phones, what might be a more relevant ad towards that section, towards that audience?
Definitely like a picture of like the phone, maybe with money behind it or something.
Okay, yeah, picture of phone, money behind it. What would be a good headline for that? Let's forget about the picture for right now.
Headline for it, selling phones. Like, are you selling phones? Instead of trying to say buying.
Are you selling phones? Still kind of sounds like, it's kind of like being in the bar and asking people, hey, are you looking for a date?
Right.
How would that work?
Right.
Probably not good, right? Some people might be like, I'm looking for a date, but those people probably wouldn't be the person you want to date. Right? So, that's why some people tell me, they're like, oh, Dave, all I get is stolen stuff or I get junk phones. It's because you're probably asking the wrong people. Your ad is attracting those type of people, right? Yeah. So you probably want to say you're looking to, are you selling phones? What's something more relevant to that audience? How about something like this, right? Here's something you might want to say. Looking to buy an iPhone 6, 7, or 8. Now, if I said that in the title, looking to buy an iPhone 6, 7, or 8, does that kind of blend in with that audience a little bit better than cash for phones?
Yes. Yeah. Well, because it's more relevant to that actual category that I'd be putting in.
Well, yeah, because doesn't it kind of sound like I'm a guy who just needs a phone? And like,
Right.
I'm like, hey, can you guys help me out?
Sure.
Right?
Absolutely.
Like, so for example, let's say you're at church and you want to sell a vacuum cleaner, right? But rather than walking down the middle of the aisle where the priest is doing the sermon going, hey, everybody, buy my vacuum, right? But what if after, at the, everybody's having cheese and crackers after the sermon and you're saying, hey, how are you today? Good to see you. Hey, what do you do? And you're talking to people and they're like, what do you do? Oh, I help people have a cleaner house. Oh, really? How do you do that? Oh, I have this equipment that helps, take stains out and it, works really good at removing dirt. Really? I'd love to see that. You see, your effectiveness goes way up there because you're being more relevant and you're being more subtle, appropriate to your audience at that time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. And
so
I'm
you
in
become
sales.
welcome.
Yeah, and I'm in sales, and that's how interactions go face to face. So
Absolutely.
It just feels
so the
good.
ad is the same way. So remember, these are people that are looking on Craigslist, right? And if they're looking to sell their phone, and this big bright red thing pops up, cash for phones, does that seem subtle to them, or is that going to be kind of seen as like a nuisance or kind of like the vacuum cleaner guy?
For sure, yeah, it's just a mindset change. Speaking of mindset, like we did earlier, it's me having to understand. Like I thought we're trying to get it to stand out from just not doing this type of selling, and buying in the past. Mine's all been in brick and mortar retail. So it's just understanding that mindset really kind of just carries right over. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So is anybody learned something from this right here? Are you guys, like, while I'm looking at Rick's ads, is anybody getting ideas? Is it helping you guys with your Craigslist ads as well? Because it's just the more relevant you can be to the people that you're targeting here on Craigslist, the ads in which section, the better calls that you're going to get. So let's go back now and let's look at another one and see how we can change this around here.
You want to look at a different one?
We're going to look at a bunch of ads. I see you guys are asking me questions like, so is cash for phones bad on Facebook groups? Again, it's relevance. It's not a cookie cutter situation, guys. So I'm trying to teach you strategies so you can apply to everyone. You've got to use a little bit of creativity with this, right? If you want the cookie cutter approach, that will get you some results. But if you want amazing results, you have to use these principles. Remember? All right. Remember, amateurs use tactics, pros use principles. Remember, I told that last time. So let's take a look at, okay, let's do paying cash for iPhones in the cell phone section because that one's a little bit better. And let's see how we can tweak this one. Okay, this one's not as bad, okay? But let's take a look at, can everybody tell me the number one problems with this ad? Kevin says caps, okay. US says looks fake. I didn't even think about that, but it kind of actually does a little bit. It is weird. I don't know, that picture, it does seem strange.
It's probably the filter I have on it or something.
Yeah, something seems off, like it doesn't seem real. I don't know. And it's so subtle, I can't even tell why I feel that way. That's a good point.
I did it with my iPhone 10, and it does when you get really close, it does an automatic portrait mode, so it makes it super sharp.
I would be careful with that because those little things, just color fluctuations and stuff like that, make a big difference in advertising. But so Darius said it right there. Call today, meet today, cash today, right? So that's like being in the bar going, I'm available, everyone. I'm single. I'm looking to date. You don't want to do that. It's a big, big mistake. People are just super turned off. Remember, guys, advertising is just like you being a salesperson. They're going to relate to your ad. And if you're shoving your shit in their face, right, and you're just like, look at me, I'm here, because you're trying to get attention, it actually works against you rather than for you, right? So a lot of us think, there's all these ads on Craigslist. We want to stand out. But that's like the guy at the bar going, hey, everyone, look, I'm available. I'm available. Yeah, he might get attention, but is that the right kind of attention he wants?
Right.
Is that going to get that guy any date? No, right? That guy probably going to get that guy kicked out, or at the very least, everybody's going to be completely turned off. They won't listen to anything he says because they're just really annoyed by him. So be very careful, guys, when you write ads that seem spammy, salesy, or you're shoving your shit in people's face, part of my language, but that's just kind of how it is, right? Then when they see your ad elsewhere, they actually start hating you. So that's when you'll get your ad flagged more because you're being annoying. You're just kind of like shoving your stuff in their face where it doesn't belong. So you've got to try to be subtle with this and professional. But when they see you're a nice business person, you're professional, then Darius says, but that's how Ty Lopez got so huge. Yes. Tai Lopez, but he did it in a different way though. He didn't just shove his stuff in people's faces. He gave value. All right. So he was there. He was a lot of places, but he didn't do it in a desperate way. He didn't say, hey, buy my course. He said, here in my garage, got this Lamborghini here. But you know what I like a lot more than materialistic things is knowledge. You know, it wasn't long ago I was sleeping on a couch with only $499 in my bank account. And it's like the billionaire Warren Buffett says, the more you learn, the more you earn. So he gave value. Don't worry, I memorized that commercial. That's why I'm a good marketer. So anyways, let's take a look at some of the other ads. Well, let's take a look and see why what we could do to just a couple things to make this ad work. Let's go back to that one, Rick. Is this helping you, by the way, Rick? Are you learning a little bit from this?
Yeah. Well, I think that just the biggest takeaway is mindset, is realizing that I need to treat people and speak to them through my ad the same way I do to customers that walk in my door every day when I'm selling. I've been selling for about 10 years. And, I don't scream and shout and take my clothes off for customers when they walk.
Yeah, exactly. A customer walks in, you're not like, hey, how you doing today, right? You'd probably, they'd probably go running for their life out of the store, right? So,
well, yeah, because I'm 6'6" and 300 pounds too, so they definitely would, yeah. So.
Yeah, so same thing with the ad. So let's take a look here. Let's look at the headline, and let's see how we can change that up. So it's paying cash for iPhones. Now we're in the cell phone section, so this is tricky. So how can we make this one stick in the cell phone section a little better?
I think that verbiage, like you talked about earlier, like looking for or looking to buy or looking to purchase, an iPhone, looking to purchase a new smartphone for T-Mobile or whatever, something like that, that just makes you sound like the average Joe, I think is definitely going to probably stick and appeal to more people to reach out to you.
Definitely. So guys, by the way, that's a great mentality, the average Joe mentality. When you're in the cell phone section, an average Joe type of ad is always going to work the best, because so you got to look at the mind of the person who's scrolling in that section. They're in that section, they're looking to buy a cell phone. So the person that we're going to get from that person is someone who, let's say, has a Galaxy S7, right? And they're looking for a Galaxy S8. Now they're not looking to sell their phone, so we're catching them off guard. But let's say we had a headline that said, I'm looking to buy a Galaxy S7. Is that extremely relevant to the person that's scrolling? Will that catch that person's eye? Hell yes. Because they're like, oh, I'm looking for a Galaxy S8. I'd love to sell my 7 to this person for cash, because then I'll have some money to put down on the brand new 8. Does that make sense? So we're actually creating a sale that way. Because a lot of people, guys, aren't looking to sell their phones. We have to kind of catch them into it, kind of like an impulse thing. And we catch them by saying something like, looking to buy iPhone 7 or 8. I need a Galaxy S6 or Galaxy S7. Then they'll call you, and then you could say, hey, once you get them on the phone, guys, once they're on the phone with you, did the ad make any difference?
No.
What's the only purpose of the ad? Can everybody type it in? What's the only purpose of an ad? To get a lead. That's it, to get a phone call, not to get a sale. If you said to get a sale, you'd be wrong, okay? We don't sell ever in the ads. The purpose of the ad is to just get you to call. That's it, right? Just get you to call. That's it. For example, who's ever seen an advertisement for some amazing looking food? Like your mouth was drooling. It looked like the most amazing iced coffee you've ever seen with whipped cream or something like that, or this juicy hamburger with all the, it just looked amazing. But then you went there and you didn't even order the item that you saw on the billboard, right? It just got you hungry and you showed up there and then you bought something else. Has that ever happened? Okay, absolutely. The purpose of an advertisement is just to get a lead, and that's it. So you don't ever try to sell. I see some people putting in Craigslist ads, I need to see ID and IMEI must be clean. You're blowing it, man, with those type of things, because you're trying to sell in the ad. Don't put that type of stuff. Don't say, I don't buy stolen stuff. Of course we don't buy it, but you don't need to say that in the ad. You're just you're turning away even the good people with stuff like that, because they're going to be annoyed that you're trying to sell in an ad rather than just get the phone call, okay? Someone says, I saw the ad for the new McDonald's quarter pounder and went and bought it. There you go. And then McDonald's is a billion-dollar company. They're good at advertising, right? Darius says, I buy even stolen. No, don't say that. That definitely is not what you want to be putting in the ad. But you don't have to say we don't do it. Don't put negative. Don't put negatives in the ads. All right. Let's move on to another one. Rick, how you doing right now? Is this good?
Yeah, for sure. Can I jump accounts to one of the brand new ones?
Yeah, let's do another one.
Because that's like my old one. So I'm gonna grab one that I just created.
So who so far, be honest with me, guys, right? Who so far saw a problem that they had themselves as I was helping Rick out? Type yes in the chat. If not, type no. Everybody participate, okay? Let me know if you did or if you didn't. It's okay. I just want to get some feedback. Yes, 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 no. Yes, yes, no, yes. All right. So Chris, I've seen your posts in the Facebook groups a lot about these ads. I'd love to take a look at your stuff and see what's going on with it and see what we can do to get yours to stick. All right, so here's an ad. All right, see this account right here?
This is the one that's had me freaking out, Dave, in the last 48 hours. I just opened it.
So what I want you to do is take this account, right? And I want you to visualize in your mind, holding your hand, and then lighting it on fire, and then burning it, putting it in the trash can, and kicking it out the door, because this account is dead. You will not get an ad to stick on this account.
Gosh, that sucks. I just opened it. Okay.
Okay, yes. So, yeah, I'm just being honest with you. People's laughing their ass up. So, guys, if your account looks like this, it's dead. It's done. Don't waste your time posting more ads on an account like this, because the only thing that's going to happen is Craigslist will ban your IP. They're banning all your ads for a reason. Someone says, "Oh my God," laugh out loud. So if you continue to try to force it, you're just trashing it. So go start a whole new account. Let's see why you got flagged in this account in the first place, right? What was the first ads that you had on this? Oh boy. All right. So why do you guys think this got flagged? And I know instantly. So we have 1 million exclamation points. What do we don't want to have in our ads, guys? Guys, Craigslist hates exclamation points because they know it looks very unprofessional, and the users hate exclamation points because it looks desperate, right? So it annoys the users, and Craigslist annoys the users. They don't like it. So another thing, there's so many bad things about this ad. What's another thing that there's a problem here? iPhones and Samsungs. What do we never ever put in the same ad, guys? If you want to definitely be flagged, if like you're begging to be flagged on Craigslist, just put the word iPhone and Samsung in the same ad together. I promise, I'll bet money your ad will get flagged. Let's do it. I'll put a $100 bet on anybody who does an iPhone and Samsung ad. You're gonna get flagged, guys. All right. So don't ever do that. Now, there's one. What's that?
You say it's okay to do like iPhone 10, 8, and 7.
Yes, that's okay. But iPhone and Samsung is not. Here's why, Rick, right? Because what's Craigslist really made for here?
Well, for buying stuff, primarily.
For buying stuff, right? For other people to buy stuff. But it's made to sell stuff, right? Mostly. At least in the category. What category was this in?
This one, I believe, was in Wanted. Let me jump back out. Wanted by owner.
Okay, so it isn't Wanted.
Yeah.
But still, so when you have iPhone and Samsung, Craigslist doesn't like that because you're trying to do too many things at once with one ad. Right. And they know it. They're programmed. There's so many people buying phones right now. They know when they see iPhone and Samsung, it's some guy paying cash for phones. It's like an Insta flag. It's been an Insta flag for the last 4 years.
Okay.
So there's another one that's even the biggest flag here. Biggest flag that I won't even do this anymore because this flags add so much. Can anybody guess?
The website?
Yep, the website. Craigslist hates with a passion websites. Absolutely hates it. Do you know why they hate it?
Just because you're advertising for your own business?
Because you're
not trying to sell.
How many people would love to just spam their website all across the country on Craigslist and get their ad to stick, right? So Craigslist instantly is looking for websites to just ban them. I think it's even against their terms of service to have a website in your ad practically. Okay.
So it would be better to say, we can meet. My business is located on the corner of such and such, such and such.
You don't even say that. Just get them to call. You remember, your job is to sell them on the phone, not the ad, right?
I actually put that in there because I thought, and I'm assuming I'm wrong now, but I thought I had seen where in a couple of your ads that you'd put like your business information on there, but maybe I was wrong.
We say buy, sell, fix. There might be a couple where we put our website on there,
but not the actual website. Probably just the name of the company.
Yeah, buy, sell, fix is okay because that's the name of our company. That actually looks better because it's more professional, right? Like for Craigslist, they say, okay, we're a legit business, but you don't need that. It doesn't matter. You can even say, hey, call me. This is Rick or something like that. Call Rick at at blah, blah, blah. You know, when people see a name, Rick, like, oh, that's a real guy. You mean, because people are weird, right? They're like, when you say call Rick at 555-555, they're like, oh, okay, Rick. They'll actually pick up the phone and go, hi, is this Rick?
Exactly.
Because they're like, in their mind, for some reason, they see a name and they connect it with an actual human being picking up the call, which for some reason makes them want to actually call more. Does that make sense?
It probably drops their defenses too, versus like already thinking of, man, I got to meet someone. I hope they're legit and it's not sketchy. It's a real guy with a real name. He really answers to Rick. Like, okay, this is cool.
Absolutely. So you want to hear the weirdest thing? So last year, I had a guy that was a website guru, and I did some business coaching with him to help him expand. He had a website agency, and he built me a website that would have cost $15,000 for my stores. And it was gorgeous. I mean, it like had all this flash stuff, and it would look just absolutely amazing because people used to bust on me, say how ugly my site is. This is ugly as hell. You go to buysellfix.com. My site is ugly, right? But here's the thing. My sales dropped in half. Half.
Really?
Literally, I went from $20,000 a month to $8,000 a month on eBay because my website was too nice looking. It scared people away because it seemed too corporate. So I made it look uglier, and my sales went up. Really weird. People's minds are kind of funny. So sometimes, you know, just these little things like this, that one little subtle thing by like adding your name in or making something simple, taking away an exclamation part, is the difference between doubling your results or getting half results. All right. Ulysses says ugly is beautiful. Let me know if this is helpful. You guys excited hearing this stuff? Are you going to go try out some of these new ads? We'll keep on going with this stuff. Rick says yes, good. Larry says love it. Let's take a look at some more things that we can do with this. So first off, if your ad is cursed, stop posting on it. All right, stop posting on that.
The account, you mean?
The account. Yeah. Let's take a look at another one of these ads. And then Chris, are you still here, Chris Craig? Because I'd like to take a look at your ads and see what's going on so I could help you.
In particular one?
Let's do the local news one, paying cash for phones. Okay, really quick. Big mistake here. Guys, if you ever post an ad and it gets flagged, don't post an ad on that same account right afterwards. So I see right here, paying cash for phones, it got flagged and you reposted the same ad like a couple hours later. Craigslist will hate you for doing that. They'll ban all your accounts. Don't do that, guys. Okay? What's that?
Looks like they did hate me.
Yes, and then look what happened to your account. Okay, right. Guys, if your ad gets flagged, don't even dare put something even closely related to that ad for like a week on that account. Go create a new account. Go post a different ad and make it look completely different. Chris says, I have a feeling I made that mistake. I know, Chris, that's what you did because I just know this business so well, right? So that's, you know, Craigslist is happy to help you out. But if you screw with them, they're going to be like, all right, you don't want to play by my rules? Well, screw you, right? Or you know, see you later. That's what they're going to do to you guys. So you got to go along with their terms. Don't try to fight it. Yeah, Joe says, Marlon will be up live after chat. So let's take a look at these ads now and see how we can fix those. All right.
This is the one that was in the local news. Doesn't have the quite the loud border.
What's the big problems with this? You tell me, Rick, now on this.
I mean, exclamation points.
Sure.
I think doesn't have enough copy, like we've talked about in the past. And it's still very just catchy, like real cliche. It's not like a human talking to another human. And then right off the bat, you know, I've got iPhones and Samsung mixed in the actual image itself.
Yep, iPhone and Samsung, the exclamation points, and you know that picture picture kind of hurts my eyes a little bit. It's not pleasant to look at. Like it stands out, but I wouldn't use two different colors like that. I'd be a little more consistent with the colors, right? And colors make a big difference in ads. Sometimes just having a different color will get you twice as many calls. So I would experiment with that. Like I don't know for sure if those colors are not, but I just know those colors don't make me want to call. They turn me away. For some reason, I find that blue and red annoying, and I don't even know why I find it annoying. I just do. So little things like that might be turning away customers, and you know it just doesn't even make sense. So you just experiment. But maybe if it was yellow and black, I'd feel more comfortable and call. Does that make sense, Rick?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So you know, like I don't know why, but colors are absolutely crucial. Does anybody know what the number one colors are in advertising? The two colors, red and what? Red and yellow. How many fast food places do you see with the red and yellow sign? Does anybody know? All of them. All of them. All of them. Not McDonald's, not Wendy's. All of them have red and yellow signs, right? Because they know it's effective. Look at McDonald's. Look at Burger King. Look at Wendy's. Any fast food hamburger joint, it's found for hamburgers. Fast food for hamburgers. Tacos are different because it's a different mindset. Because of the ketchup and mustard thing, for some reason the yellow relates to those people as like a diner with cheeseburgers and french fries, and psychologically makes the mind want to call. There's a lot of psychology in advertising where people do funny things just because they see things, right? Has anybody ever like gone by a waterfall and all of a sudden you got to go to the bathroom? Does that ever happen? It's the strange thing in psychology. When people see certain things or hear certain triggers, it makes them want to do something, right? And you can actually work with those triggers or work against them. Eric says Persuasion. That's got a book by Robert Cialdini. It's a great book if anybody wants to read that, and it's all about those mental triggers. Matter of fact, there was actually a mattress company that put clouds in their website because they found the clouds actually tripled their sales. For some reason, when people pictured clouds, they pictured soft mattresses, so they bought more. That's why the ads, when they have like cash with phones, are very effective, because people see the phones and the cash, and when they see the cash, what does that make them do?
Right.
Makes them want it, right, guys? All right, so let's get back. I don't want to, beat a dead horse to keep saying the same thing. Let's go back, take a look at the other stuff, and see what you got, and then we can move on to some more like scaling stuff. Pick another ad that you know is different there, Rick.
I think this one is. Yeah.
Oh, geez. Who likes that picture? Who looks at the picture and goes, "Oh man, I want to call," and who has a major headache looking at that picture? Someone says, "I think aliens." Kryptonite. I don't want to enter the Matrix. Nightmare for colorblind. St. Patrick's Day. Okay. So based on these reactions, Rick, right? Do you think people are more inclined to call this ad, or probably less inclined?
Yeah, not so much.
And by the way, I want to really commend Rick. Rick has been really great because, he's getting a lot of feedback, and, this is a tough thing to put yourself out there. So Rick, you're doing awesome. You're taking a lot of criticism really well. So I want to commend you for that too, rather than, I know you're hearing a lot of negative stuff, but you're doing very good, and you're taking this really well. So I want to congratulate you for that.
I just want to learn from it and do better for sure.
Absolutely. So more people, I don't want people to be afraid to come on here that they're going to get beat on, because this is how you get better. We want to help Rick get to that 10,000 a month mark. All right. So another thing, like, see the I buy smartphones with the little emojis. I don't think, for some reason, emojis don't seem to work well with Craigslist. It's not a platform. Now, I think emojis can be very effective on Facebook, but that's more relevant to the Facebook audience. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I remember you mentioning how your wife sometimes will throw one, like a subtle one here and there. And so I was just trying it, but that was a different platform. That was Facebook.
So remember, wherever you guys are going to post ads, make sure it's very relevant to the platform you're on and the people that you're in that group. So for example, let's look at a Facebook group post right now. Have you done any Facebook group posts?
Yes.
Okay, let's look at one of your Facebook group posts. So by the way, for Craigslist, what you're going to do, Rick, you're going to start a new Craigslist account, new phone number, new account completely. And I want you to put just a basic text ad with no image in the wanted section and make it very bland, okay? And just get it to stick.
Right.
Something like looking to buy iPhones, and then, maybe just a general Joe Schmo type of ad with a phone number. Call Rick at this number, like that, okay? Does that make sense?
Yes. Sorry, yeah.
And then once you get one to stick, then the next day you're going to get 2 more ads to stick. And if one gets flagged, immediately don't post any more ads on that account. Go create another account that day.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
James says, I'm going to be watching this video every day for weeks. Okay, good. I'm glad it's helpful for you. Let's take a look at your post and see what you got. Oh, boy. Here we go. Oh. Now, I see there's not even a like or a comment on this post. Who would call this Facebook post if you were scrolling through a Facebook group? Would anybody be excited to call this? Wallace says that's overwhelming. All right, so let's write a post right now, Rick, to show you the difference. So there's just so many things wrong with this. Why do you have all those? This is not Craigslist, so all those keywords do absolutely nothing for you, really.
Right. Yeah, this is an old one that I was copy and pasting, and I was still doing that. So I haven't changed up anything in Facebook since I joined the course on Saturday. I've only been trying to work on Craigslist because I hadn't had put really any focus in Craigslist.
Yeah, and that message me today, all caps, is very demanding. I would definitely avoid that. The I Buy Phones All Stars, again, you're screaming at people in this ad. Let's look at another one.
Okay.
Or let's post one in this group right now. Let's just put a nice little post.
Okay.
I bet you get responses while we're on this group chat, depending on what time you're at there. By the way, best time to post is around 10 to 11 a.m. in the morning, guys, for anybody who wants to know how to post. So go ahead and do a post. We're just doing a nice text post, nice and subtle. I'm going to show you how sometimes less is more in advertising. So just say, start discussion. Start discussion. Hey guys, I'm looking to buy phones. Hey guys, I'm a reseller of phones and electronics, and looking to pay cash for iPhones.
Whoa.
To pay cash for iPhones, laptops, Androids, and any other electronics that and any other electronics of resale value. Put of resale value. Any other electronics of resale value. See how this is nice and conversational? Like, this is probably how you talk to someone, right? Oh, I'm a reseller of phones, electronics. I'm looking to pay cash for iPhones, laptops, Androids, and mostly any other electronics.
If I had a group chat of some college buddies and I'm just throwing it out there to them.
Yeah, right. You're talking to them. See, that's what this is. This group is like those college buddies. They're just average, everyday people in the group, kind of like, it's like a community, You're at like a block party. You're at a cookout, You're at a cookout. You're not going to scream, hey, guys, I pay cash for phones. You're going to go around and you're like, yeah, you're eating your cheeseburger. Hey, how you doing over there? Yeah, cool. Hey, man, I'm a reseller of phones, electronics. So, if you ever had anything for sale, I pay cash for them. You're going to be very relaxed and conversational. And that, picture these groups as that type of setting, right? Does that make sense?
Yep,
so when you guys are here, you want to talk to them like that. Hey guys, I'm a reseller of phones, electronics, looking to pay cash for iPhones, laptops, Androids, any other electronics resale value. I buy cracked, damaged, or even non-working items sometimes.
Is the space down okay?
You know what? Let's make it as ugly as hell. Let's put it all one word and see how it works.
Okay.
We want to make it look like you're just a real everyday Joe guy. There we go. I buy cracked, damaged, or even non-working. Johnny says it's hard being an everyday Joe guy, though. You see, you're not really an everyday Joe guy. You're just creating the illusion you're an everyday Joe guy. That's why Ty Lopez made over $50 million from that Lamborghini ad, because he looked like the everyday Joe guy with the Lamborghini in his garage.
Non-working electronics, so it encompasses everything? Okay.
I buy cracked, damaged, or even non-working electronics. I buy cracked, damaged, or even non-working phones and electronics.
Okay, I wondered if you wanted to specify.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't capitalize phones. Keep it lowercase.
We are going really ugly.
It is weird, right? It feels like it won't work. People always want to try harder instead of relaxing.
Yeah, it is.
Make sure it's phones, non-working phones with the S.
Yeah. No, it is weird. It's mindset on this. Totally, just with who you're approaching.
Joe Bucci says, I'm a Joe guy every day. Yes, he is. By the way, Joe hit over 10,000 a month. He's one of the phone flipping superstars. He's done a great job. Okay, so let's see. I buy crack damage now. Give me a call at.
Can I space for that or no?
Call me anytime. Call me anytime. My name is Rick. And then put your phone number. Guys, don't call Rick. There we go. Just put the number right there.
Okay.
Don't worry, nobody's going to call you. I haven't had anybody getting called from one of these group chats.
All right.
And then period. And now you can use an exclamation point to your, no, don't space. Keep it there. Just a space, not a return.
Okay.
Space. Now put thanks, exclamation point. There we go. See, it's nice and very friendly, conversational. Post that.
It's like a text, no picture, no nothing.
Yep, just post it. I bet you'll get a comment or a like on that within probably the time we finish this group chat. And you might even get a message already from it, someone trying to sell you a phone. Boom, there it is. All right. Wallace says true story. Okay. Someone says, I thought we were supposed to keep our ads really brief. See, guys, there's no cookie cutter situation. Again, I teach you guys cookie cutter stuff at the beginning when you're new, so you just get out there, you get results. But now I'm teaching you guys, if you're struggling, you're having a hard time, I'm teaching you the ninja stuff. Okay, this is ninja stuff right here. This is highly advanced guru, marketing I'm teaching you guys, all right? So do you want cookie cutter or you want to be a ninja? Someone says, that's technically not an ad, it's a conversation. Exactly. That's ninja marketing right there, all right?
All right.
Who wants to be a ninja here? I only got 2 ninjas in a group of 53 people on this group chat? Really? I want to be a cookie ninja. No, someone says I'm already a ninja.
Hey, I think one of the guys on the call are being funny and calling me right now from New York.
Oh, geez. Guys, don't call. Come on. Don't do that. That's not nice.
Because I just posted in Kansas City. And New York just called me.
Oh, geez. All right. So I hope this was helpful for you, Rick. Do you feel confident that you have some stuff that you can go out and do now?
Yeah, definitely.
Now, I want you to do me a favor. If you get some notifications off this, I would take that ad and post it in like 4 other groups in your area. Let me know you probably get messages really soon off that. I'd be shocked if you didn't.
One quick question for clarity, just when I'm watching the different videos and you're talking about doing 10, like up to 10, 5 to 10 group posts a day, are you saying do different posts in one group or just hit 10 groups a day?
10 groups, 10 different groups. Okay. Yeah.
So even if you do one good, like this is a really good quality post. I've won with this in the past. I just tweaked it a little bit and you just did that one post to 10 different groups in your day. Okay.
Yes.
I didn't really hear too much clarity around that. And I was like, wait a minute.
And don't spam the same group, only post in the same group once a week. So make sure you have like 100 groups that you join so you can kind of like mix it up because that really annoys the members, the community. Remember, you don't want to be that guy in the community because people will remember you. They'll be like, oh, it's that guy. And they'll be completely blind to any ads you see. See, this is what happens. People are like, oh, I post in Facebook groups all the time and I used to get calls, now I don't. It's because you became that guy. You wrote boring ads. You wrote ads that are just shoving yourself in in people's faces, right? And you annoyed the community, so now they stopped calling you. So you have to heal your reputation with the group. Maybe join, comment, or do something like that in order to get to get your goodwill back, right? But if you became that guy, people become completely blind to you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. David says, Dave, what do you do if you don't have a car like me? Well, Chris Craig doesn't have a car. He did $10,000 a month. Get people to come to you. When you're on the phone, just say, hey, can you come to me right now? I got the cash. Just convince them to come to you. That's, I did that all the time. All right. So people are asking me if I could check their Craigslist ads. I mean, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to talk about upselling for their name to this thing, or you want me to keep diving into the Craigslist ads? What do you want to do? Well, it says mindset. Everybody vote. Type in the chat. Say either mindset or ads. Mindset or ads.
You mentioned scaling too a bit.
Ads. Okay, you want to keep doing the ads. All right. Yeah, that's why I wanted to talk about the scaling, right?
Is that what
let me look at one more person's Craigslist ads, and then we'll do that. What time do we got right now? It is. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. Jeez. All right. So we don't have much time for a whole lot left, actually. So you know what? Let me look at. Richard or Chris. Chris, let me look at your ads. Do you have your ads up? Who has their ads ready to go right now I can look at? Richard, okay, go ahead and share your screen here. And while Richard's doing this, let me just do a little talk, okay? Because, guys, all this stuff is great. You want to get leads, all right? But nothing is more powerful than selling to people that have already bought from you. Nothing is more powerful than selling to people who already bought. You want to build relationships with your customers so you get repeat business, okay? Half of the people that I do business with have already sold me a phone in the past. And if You don't treat customers like you don't when you go to buy a phone. I'll take a look at this in 1 second, Richard. Okay, but when you
All
go
right, no
buy
problem.
a phone, if you don't make small talk with the person, right? For example, let's get someone on here who's talking right now. Anybody who's on that unmuted themselves? Is that Richard?
Yeah.
Richard, let me talk to you really quick. You're my customer, okay? Let's just say you sold me a phone, right? If I buy the phone from you, hey, Richard, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Hey, man, thanks for meeting me out here. I really appreciate you taking your time to come on out here. Let me see what you got. Oh, okay, you got an iPhone 7? Awesome. Let me take a look at this here. Okay, Richard, so I'm going to just you don't mind if I go ahead and reset the phone, do you?
No, no problem.
Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and reset that. Fantastic. Hey, so, I don't know if you know this, but I also buy other stuff. I buy laptops, MacBooks, and things of that nature. Do you have anything else that you're looking to sell?
Yeah, I do have an iPad 4.
You have an iPad 4. Great. Do you have it with you?
Oh, yeah.
You don't let me check it out. Do you want to grab it? I'll see. I could give you cash for it. Would you like to have me look at it and see what I can give you?
Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds great.
Okay. Now let me stop. How many people here are doing what I just did with every single customer? Give me a yes if you are. Give me a no if you're not. Type it in the chat, guys. Larry says yes, no, yes. I am after this. Good. No, yes, half, no, yes, no, yes. Who loves free money? Give me a yes if you like free money. Who likes free money? Anybody? I like free money, right? If a stranger walked by and say, hey, you know what? You look cool. Here's $200. Who would take it, right? Okay. Well, who likes to burn money? Anybody like to light money on fire? Okay. The people who are not doing this every time, you're lighting money on fire. So congratulations, you love to burn money. Because you don't take advantage of your customers, the number one valuable asset you have, okay? So if you're not doing this every time, you just go light some 20s on fire because you're probably lighting about a $100 bill every time you do that. You're losing $100 per customer. That's what I average per upsell is an extra $100. Some people I've taken from making a $50 profit on and upsold them into $500 to $700 profit on one customer. So enjoy burning your money if you don't want to do this. But if you like free money, right? If you're like me, I like free money, then all you got to do is every customer that's already given you a deal, just ask them for more deals, right? Do you think McDonald's would be a billion-dollar company if they didn't say, would you like fries with that? What do you guys think? Do you think McDonald's would be a billion-dollar company, yes or no? No, right? No. They make money on their upsells. Did you know that McDonald's, it cost them, I think a dollar to acquire a customer, right? And then they sell it was or something like that. They make like 19 cents on the first customer, on the first cheeseburger they sell, right? And everything else is pure profit. So they actually lose on the first thing that they sell because they make it all up on the back end, all right? Who here has ever sold an item just to acquire a customer? Has anybody ever almost broken even on something and then upsold them and made all your profit that way? Because I have. I knew if I had someone that had a bunch of items, I would pay them what they wanted on the first one to pick their mind, and then I would upsell a whole bunch of stuff because sometimes people are just nervous and skeptical. They don't know if you're going to beat them over the head, club them, if you're going to rip them off. But when you get that customer and they feel comfortable and you start a conversation with you and they like you, then they start giving you all their stuff for half price. So sometimes you give them a little bit up front just to get the customer, and then you upsell all kinds of stuff. This is ninja stuff. Again, this is ninja marketing right here that I'm teaching you guys. So if you're not doing upselling like that, you're missing out. Who has a nice 10-minute conversation with the customer and gets to know them and builds a relationship? So for example, like this. So Richard, thanks for selling me this phone here, by the way. I appreciate it. You in this area?
Yeah, I'm right down the block.
So look, I want to give you my card. Let me give you my business card here. All right. If you ever have anything in the future, I'm doing this regularly. I have cash on me all the time, Richard. So if you ever need anything, feel free to give me a call. I'm always here. I really appreciate your business. Okay. I really appreciate your business. And if you have friends or relatives, anybody that's looking to sell, I greatly would appreciate if you like what I've done for you today and the prices. If you'd be able to refer me, that would be fantastic. Do you know anybody else that'd be looking to sell anything?
Yeah, probably my mom. I'll check my mom. People around me.
Okay, great. So Chris says I talk to people for over an hour. See, okay, guys, you don't want to be their best friend. We're building a relationship, but we're not going to go, get drunk with them, right? We're not going to go party with them. We're not, when you make too good of friends with your customer, you actually lose business. But see, I'm keeping it business, but I'm friendly. and I'm talking to him, right? Hey, here's my business card, Richard. Thank you very much. I appreciate your business. Who says that? Who appreciates the customer when they give him something and says, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate your business. I'm buying stuff regularly, and I'd love to have more from you. Who's doing that right now? Okay? If you're not, enjoy burning your money, right? Enjoy lighting your dollar bills on fire, because that's what you're doing if you don't do this. All right? Now, Hui is agreeing with me. Hui, how much have you done in a month before? Hui is saying how important it is to do this, and he agrees. Hui, what's your best month so far flipping phones? 32,000 in a month. Who'd like to do 32,000 in a month? Right? Okay, because I remember when Hui was at 12,000 a month and he came to my boot camp, and I taught Hui these ninja marketing strategies, and 3 months later, Hui hit 32,000 in a month. So, do you think he just posted more ads on Craigslist to get that 32,000? No, he learned how to be a ninja marketer, a ninja business person. He had customer service skills. He built relationships with people, right? That's how he went from 12,000 a month to 32,000 a month. Who's going to apply some of the strategies that I've taught on the call today after this? Who's excited about making some money? Who wants some free money? Larry says, yes, I will. David says, me, okay, great. Joe says, yes, more money. I'm going to do that with my new account. Absolutely. All right. All right, so let's take a look now at Richard. Now I just talked to you guys a little bit about that mindset stuff. Let's take a look. All right, 24/7 paying out top dollar for cell phones. Is that a good headline or a bad headline? Everybody type good or bad. 24/7 paying out top dollar for cell phones. Good or bad? Bad, bad. Bad, bad. Richard, do you know why that headline is bad?
It does sound a little demanding.
Yep.
Now that I think about it.
A little or a lot, guys? Is that a little demanding or a whole lot?
A lot.
Yeah, right. So remember, guys, if you feel it, if you're like, oh, I don't know, if Dave looked at my ad, would he approve? Just ask yourself this, guys, right? Next time you go write an ad, if Dave looked at my ad, would he call me out on this? Would I feel confident showing this ad to the rest of the group and they would agree with me? Ask yourself that. And if you don't feel that way, don't write the ad. Write it a different way, okay? Let's see. How about all working electronics I will purchase from you? Would anybody call that ad?
No.
Probably not, right? Would you call that ad, Richard?
No, I have another question. Let's say like
Yep.
that ad gets flagged. The next day, would you try it again on that same account? Or
Nope.
like, would you give it time?
I won't try it again if it gets flagged. I won't post it on an account. And I won't try it on another account either for a while, for at least a week. I'll write a completely different ad.
That's definitely.
Yeah.
No, I mean, no, not the same ad, but like, let's say like the first one, like iPhone 5, whatever gets flagged.
So just so you know, Richard, I wouldn't use any one of these headlines that you got. Every one of these are probably not going to get calls, just so you know. All right? Every one of them has a problem. Like, high dollar, I want your Google Pixel. Who feels they would call that if they were a consumer? Would anybody call that ad? No, guys. You remember, we got to speak to people with respect, right? We got to speak to people as if we're in a community with them. We're at a barbecue, right? You wouldn't talk like that to people. You wouldn't pressure them. You wouldn't talk to them like in a demanding tone. You just say, I'm buying phones for cash, or I'm looking for some smartphones. I'm a reseller. It would be more conversational, more subtle. All right. Let's click on one of your ads and let's see. Do you understand this, Richard? Is this making sense?
Yeah, it does make a lot of sense now.
Do you see how you can go change it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go ahead and click on that.
Click
so I think, guys, it doesn't hurt, guys. You got to go to display. I really think some of you guys should watch those Craigslist videos in the course.
I have no idea.
4 to 5 times. Okay, there's nothing wrong with watching videos 4 to 5 times. I remember once I was at Ty Lopez Mansion in Beverly Hills one day, and there was a guy that makes $10 million a year sitting next to me, and he did it with Shopify t-shirts. And I said, what's the key to getting to $10 million doing this? I said, how do you do this? He said, you know what, man? He's like, I watched course videos for 3 hours a day, every day for 2 years. And he's like, I just did it till I figured it out. And that was the secret. There was no secret cookie cutter strategy. He just did what worked, but he had to learn it over and over again. And I was like, wow. And then next year I did 7 figures in a year, made my first $1 million. So
it's not coming up.
How important it is, guys, to watch videos over and over to learn if you have to. Go back, Richard. You got to click on display.
Oh, display.
And it's funny because sometimes people say, Dave, I watched the videos 3 times, I know it all, and then I look at their ads and there's like 1 million mistakes still in the ads. So if you think you know everything and you're not getting the results you want, you probably don't know as much as you think you know. I'm sorry that's painful to hear, but you probably don't know as much as you think you know if you're not getting the results that you want. Oh, what happened here? There we go. I lost it. All right, so let's take a look.
Too short. Now I'm looking at it.
Rick says, I know I don't know. Just want you to know you know. No, I know you don't. I know you, and you took the criticism really well, Rick, so that's fantastic. All right. Let's take a look. Cash for smart any condition. So I like the picture here, Richard, okay? Now, see, you're saying friendly service, yet your ad is demanding and screaming at people. So it's very confusing, right?
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of like the guys on New York City that try to sell you all kinds of like knickknacks, and they're like, yo, man, I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. Come on, buy my stuff. I'm friendly. I'm friendly. Come on, man, buy my stuff. I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. Right? Are those guys really nice guys?
No, never.
Right? So you don't want your ad to be like that. All right. So we want what can we do, Richard? Let's just quiz you. What can we do to fix this picture?
I can do just add more. Honestly,
I don't think this needs more. I definitely don't think this needs more.
Wait, so the description, like, or the you mean the headline?
To the ad. What can we do to the ad?
Just scrap the whole headline altogether. It's really not that.
Okay, definitely scrap the headline. How about this picture? Just the picture alone.
Oh, the exclamation point. That's terrible.
Yeah, definitely the exclamation point. Yeah. I think other than that could be good. I would experiment changing the text from white to yellow and see how that works. Oh, even Joe said it, yellow. Yeah, I think yellow might. Yeah, yellow and black are one of the most effective colors for getting people's attention, and they're more subtle.
All right, I like that.
Yep. And also, see, so friendly service, give me a call. How does that look, guys? That he didn't capitalize the G and give. What does that tell you about a business if they don't follow grammatical, if they have grammatical errors, or they haven't put the effort in to at least even make their sentences full? What does it tell you? Not so professional, right? So that tells you you're going to be like, it kind of says, well, if you're going to be lazy in your ad, you're going to be a lazy business person. You're not going to take care of me, right? So if you can't put the work in, even just make sure your grammar is right, you're not going to take the time with me. Does that make sense, Richard?
Yeah.
So you want to make sure, guys, details. Everybody type in details. Say details. It's all details, guys. Details. The details are what make the difference, right? So it's all in the little things. It's not the big things. Dave, I want to get my ads flagged at Craigslist. Well, it's about 100 details, right? And they're all tiny little subtle things that will make you lots of money. The money's all in the details. All right. So Richard, I'll wrap this up here today because we got to get going. We're about out of time now. But I hope was this helpful for you, Richard? Did you learn?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, good. Do you have a good idea? Now, I think definitely watch the group chats before that talk about headlines and stuff like that and how to write ad copy, and then learn how to write some good headlines. I think that will help you improve. Okay? All right. There's some great videos in the course about – there's ones that are just on ad copy, some great group chat replays. Go watch those if you don't know how to write good headlines or ad copy. I got a whole group chat just on that. All the tools are given to you guys to make money with this. You just got to use them. And watch the videos over, okay? Most people watch my videos for about 2 minutes instead of the full thing, and then they wonder why they're not getting the results. Watch the videos and then watch them over and then watch them over. This might sound time-consuming, right? But how many people here have made $100,000 in a year before? I'm going to guess probably less than 10%. Some of you guys have, right? But some of them have not, right? And if you want to make $100,000 in a year, you're going to act like someone who makes $100,000 in a year. And if, let's say, you're struggling, you've only made 30, 40 grand your whole life. If you keep doing what you're doing, you're always going to get what you've gotten. If you keep doing what you're doing, you're always going to get what you've gotten, right? But if you want to change, the meaning of sanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. The meaning of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting different results. So if you want to get different results, it's time to go to work, right? If you've taken other courses and failed, it might be because you didn't watch the videos, you didn't apply, you didn't stick with it. So don't take this personally, right? I want to help you guys. I want to see you guys get these results. So watch the course videos, take action, and if you saw something here you had a problem with, study it, practice it, write it down. Find another guy in this course here that wants to do well, and find an accountability partner. Kind of like you would if you were going to the gym. Find another person here that you can mastermind with and say, all right, Dave said we need to get on this. Let's work together. Let's keep ourselves accountable. All right. Taven says, Dave. I don't know if you want to. Dave, do you offer to PayPal and have them ship? That's beyond the scope of this course. I don't do that. You can try doing that, but I think there's enough business just to buy locally and get plenty that way. When you start getting shipping, you start complicating things, and it's much harder to get the phones that way. I mean, you can if you want, but I think that there's enough. You know, Taven, are you at 10,000 a month right now? Because if you're not, I would just stick local. I mean, plenty of people are hitting 10, 20,000 a month by doing it local. Again, guys, the basics: leads and sales, leads and sales, leads and sales. If you're at 3,000 to 4,000 a month, right? We do that in about 2 days. So there's so much opportunity for you to grow just doing the basics right now. Don't try to get advanced. Guys, don't overcomplicate the system. The system is there. It works. It's been proven. We have over 45 students that did over 10,000 a month with this program, and the ones that stuck to the basics are the one that did it. Nobody that tried to complicate the system hit 10,000 a month, right? The people who just said, you know what, if you watch all the interviews with all of my phone flipping superstars, they were like, well, I just did what Dave said. I followed the course and it worked. There's no secrets. It's just they just follow the system. Just don't overcomplicate things. Johnny says, are you going to host any more boot camps? If there's enough demand, maybe I will. I don't have it planned at the future right now because they're very time intensive for me. But you know, maybe in the future I might do something like that. Instead of the boot camps, I'm releasing a new mindset course for business to really kind of like get people to take action. And some of the course members here are in a test group right now. It's called the 10 Rules, and I think the members right now are enjoying that course quite a bit. And it's helping them. So if you're interested and you like the mindset stuff, and you can join that program once I release that. It's halfway done in film right now. It's been pretty good. All right, that's pretty much it for today, guys. How would you guys rate the group chat so far? Did you all find some helpful information here that's going to help you make some more money and implement it? Larry says great. Taven says 10 out of 10. Kurt says excellent. Rick says yes. Toast is always good. Evan says 10 out of 10. Reese says great. Richard says yes. Scale. Okay, so scaling, remember, is the upsell. That's part of the scaling, guys, is getting more out of your customers. The more you make per sale, the more money you get. Again, simplicity, right? Okay, so make sure if you want to scale, every customer, have a conversation with them and ask them what other items they have. Guys, Eric Jacob is on here. Eric, are you still there? If you are, can I have you talk for 1 second? Oh, he's coming running to the computer right now. Right, I want you to just tell something because Eric hit over 10,000 a month multiple times so far. He's also in my 10 Rules course. Eric, can you talk?
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
Hey, how's it going? So, Eric, can you tell people what the number one thing that got you from 5,000 to 10,000 a month was?
Primarily just consistency and upselling.
Consistency and upselling. Can you say that again really quick for everybody?
Just consistency and upselling. That's the name of the game. If you get a lead, always ask if they have anything else for sale and just consistently post your ads every single day.
So just posting your ads every day and then upselling got you from 5,000 to 10,000 a month once you learn the upselling technique, right?
It got me from 2,500 to 10,000 in a month.
Oh, 2,500. Okay, there you go. Quadrupled his business through upselling each customer, guys. Remember, the money is right where your customers are. They're coming, they're meeting you, and you're letting them walk away with your money, and you're lighting it on fire if you're not upselling. Can you tell us your upselling procedure, Eric? Can you show us how you upsell really quick?
It's literally the same exact thing in the course. It's just, you know, right before I close the deal, I always say, hey, also I buy other things too. I buy MacBooks, iPads, any higher end electronics. Do you happen to have anything else that you're looking to get rid of? And then you just kind of go from there. They say yes or no. If they say no, still meet up with them and do the deal. They say, oh yeah, I think my sister has a phone for sale, or yeah, I got an old iPad laying around. And you just
let me ask everybody this. Does Eric seem like he's like an expert salesperson? Did he have to go through 10 years of sales training to do what he just did? No, right? Everybody say no. Does that seem hard? It's just the fact that he does it, right? Did he sound like a master salesman? No, he's just an average guy that's like, yeah, if you got anything else, I'll buy it, right? But the problem is most people just aren't doing that, because they don't believe it works, or they don't know. I don't know why they don't do it. But Eric decided to do it, and he quadrupled his business. Who's going to start doing some upselling from here on out, guys? Taven says me. Awesome. Taven, I think you could double your results just from upselling without even posting more ads. Johnny said he's going to do it. Chris says me. Taven. All right. Fantastic, guys. Rick says let's go. Awesome. All right. I think that's pretty much it, guys. You all have a great night. I wish you the best of luck. I'm pretty excited. I'm going to Ty Lopez's mansion on Friday. Going to be doing a webinar to teach everybody how to flip phones. So that's pretty cool. I'm super excited. Hopefully you'll see me see me on his website or on TV, or I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I'll let you know how everything goes. But again, thank you guys for everybody. I wish you the best of luck, and you guys have a good night. I'll see you next week. Thanks for coming on the group chat, and thanks for all the volunteers, by the way. Richard and Rick, I really appreciate you guys coming on and putting yourself out there. Good job, and I hope to see you guys crushing it soon. All right, everybody.